how to burn 1,000 calories fast. That's the important part. Because anybody can burn 1,000 calories in 24 hours or even longer. Because it's just about time. Like, wait until you burn the 1,000 calories. What people want to learn, I know when I started doing research, was about like how fast can you burn 1,000 calories? Because, 1 pound of fat is 3,500 calories, which is almost 4,000 calories. So how can you, what is the fastest way you can burn 1,000 calories and then try to repeat that 4 times so you can, lose 1 pound, right? That's the idea. So then you go into some, research, you start seeing that there are the most basic way, easiest, lazy exercise way of burning 1,000 calories, which is fast because it'll take you 100 minutes, which is an hour and 40 minutes, is walking. 10,000 steps equals an hour and 40 minutes of cardio, and you'll burn 1,000 calories. So an hour and 40 minutes is pretty fast if you compare it to something like 24 hours, or 2 hours, or 3 hours, or 4, 6, 7, 8. Because there'll be people who literally spend, hours doing cardio, which mathematically will cause them to burn more calories. So if somebody does 4 hours of cardio, like one of my clients that tends to walk for 4+ hours, I had to point out to them, it's like, yeah, you're burned over 2,000 calories easy doing that. So you can eat more calories if you want. It wouldn't be a problem since you already burned 2,000 plus, and that's 2,000 plus extra. That does not include BMR, right? Your body metabolic rate, your NEAT and all the other things that your body burns calories for. So what I try to teach, about exercising, about losing weight, is that you got to put effort to burn a certain amount of calories. Then your body does the rest, right? Your body does whatever it wants to do. You can't determine 100% how much calories your body burns a day, BMR, right, on its own. Your BMR could be high, your BMR could be low. Some people will disagree, but let them make videos disagreeing, right? But from what I can see, from my own research, from my own, experience, BMR doesn't burn consistently the same amount of calories every day. Because one, we're not doing the same activities every day, right? We're not robots, right? We're not pre-programmed to do the same exact activities every day. What's interesting is a lot of people don't even eat the same thing every day. Sometimes they'll eat something different. They'll change it up. Like today they'll eat a bag of skinny popcorn, which is 100 calories, right? But then might eat a 100 calorie protein bar or something. The way your body burns calories, or the calories from these two things, are going to be different. Now you could think, oh, calories to calories. No. You gotta understand. The protein bar has protein. The skinny popcorn does not. Like it might have like one gram of protein, but that doesn't count much. The point is the protein bar has more protein. Because it has protein, your body uses more calories to process the protein in the protein bar. So there's 100 calories in the protein bar, but then your body has to burn calories to process the protein. Especially if you lifted weights, that adds to it. The reason you ate the protein bar today instead of skinny popcorn, right, is because you're actually going to the gym. You're actually going to lift weights today. Since you're going to lift weights, you ate the protein bar because you need the protein for the lift, right? Therefore, your body's going to function differently. Then the fact that you're going to the gym to work out, right, you're going to burn more calories from that. So your BMR is not consistent. You're doing different things every day, so your BMR shifts, but whatever. So since you don't know what activities you're going to be doing, how much your body's going to be burning calorie wise, you need something consistent, and that's where walking 10,000 steps a day, is something you can consistently do every day, something you can count on to definitely burn 1,000 calories every day, and you work from there. That's what I talk about. Calories out is more important than calories in, because everybody's trying to figure out how many calories they should eat every day to lose weight, but they don't try to figure out how many calories they need to burn every day. Especially with information like in the video, is oh, your BMR is going to burn this much calories, so go ahead, eat whatever you want. And it's not gonna be that big a deal as long as it's less than what you're burning every day. The thing is, you don't know exactly what you're burning every day. Your BMR, like I said, is not consistent. It's not a specific number. You can't say, oh, everybody's BMR is 800 calories a day, consistently, guaranteed. No ifs, ands, buts. Everybody, no matter height, weight, age, no matter how much activity you do or lack of activity, if you're bedridden all day, none of that matters because your BMR is consistently 800 calories a day. I haven't seen anything that says that is your BMR. That everybody's BMR is 800 calories guaranteed. Then that'd be a different story because then that's 800 calories burning every day you can count on, right? So we don't know. We can estimate. We can guesstimate, as they say, how much calories you're burning without deliberate exercising. But we can't rely on that. That's unreliable, right? We can't rely because if just existing was more than enough for you to burn calories and lose weight, nobody'd be obese right now, right? Nobody'd be a big back right now. The reason why you're big is because the amount of calories that come in is way more than the amount of calories that go out. So that's why we have to improve the calories out part. And I hate that a lot of fitness people just focus on the calories in part way more than the calories out. Now I know some people are starting to post videos about like how much calories you burn and whatnot, even without exercise or with exercise. Obviously, I'm lazy exercise. I'm not lazy don't exercise, right? I'm lazy exercise. As in, I want you to exercise. You have to exercise. There's no if ands about it. Exercise, but you can exercise in a lazy way. You don't have to do a lot to get anything, to get results. You can do a little and get results. So lazy exercise is just about doing less exercise, not no exercise, less exercise to get results. Because some people make the excuse of not exercise, like, oh, I'm not going to go to the gym today because of reasons. Like, well, then go walk. Make sure you do 10,000 steps at least if you're not going to the gym. But then they'll make extra excuses and be like, no, I don't feel like walking. So that's why you're not getting results. Because you're not willing to put even the smallest, the laziest, the minimalist amounts of effort. 1 hour and 40 minutes is all I'm asking for you. Take 1 hour and 40 minutes of your day. Burn 1,000 calories. Shit, even do just 5,000 steps, which is half the time, which is like 50 minutes. 50 minutes out of your day to burn 500 calories at least. And then just don't go crazy on eating. Try to eat low calorie foods. Drink a lot of Diet Coke and water, right? Fill yourself up with zero calorie liquid, and you know, get some results. Like I just weighed myself and it's like, 1 pound down. Whoop whoop. Not a pound down. New PR for me, right? So anyway, try to do some type of activity that you can measure. That's why I tell 10,000 steps. Or if you have like exercise bike that tells you calories, then get on it and try to burn 100 calories, 200. Set some goals. Look at the numbers on the devices as like a score, like a video game score, and make doing some type of activity into a game. Because a lot of y'all like to play games anyway. A lot of y'all spend more time playing games than exercising. That's why y'all big backs. So play the game of fitness. Fitness is a game. It's an achievement. Being able to brag that you bench 450 pounds. Well, I meant to say 405, but yeah, 450 still count. 450 is even better, right? That you can bench a certain amount. That's a score. That's something you can brag about. Y'all love to brag that, I played this game or I played that game, but no one wants to brag about they bench 450, right? Like, come on, do something so you can brag about. Like even I'm like, 10,000 steps. I brag about that. I'm like, 10,000 steps, 10,000 steps. That's something. Shit, my mom did 14,000 steps a couple of days ago. Like I got to 10,000, my sister got to 13,000. Like, you're trying to outdo me. And then she's like, oh look, mom did 14,000. I was like, oh okay, all right. Which, as you can see, I'm definitely lazy exercise. I'm like, I'm only doing 10,000. I don't need to do all that extra. So 10,000 was enough. That's the thing. I'm just asking for the bare minimum. I'm not asking for too much. But the main thing is like, figure out what you're okay with doing that can get you to burn 1,000 calories, because it does add up. If you burn 1,000 calories a day, but you're not eating, a crazy amount. Like as long as you're eating under 2,000 calories and you're burning, 2,000 calories a day, you'll lose weight. But that's why I say eat 1,000 calories, burn 1,000 calories, because that helps you break even. Right? You're burning 1,000 calories by default by doing 10,000 steps, for example, right? And then you're eating 1,000 calories, which is the calories in part, right? So you took calories out, you put calories in, which is the same amount as you took out, right? And then whatever extra calories you burn just by living, your BMR will burn is the actual calories you're burning. So the 10,000 steps is not to burn, fat, right? It's really to burn what you're going to consume. So the calories out, which is 1,000 calories, right? It's going to be replaced by 1,000 calories in. So that creates a system of in and out, right? So the 10,000 steps is just for what you're going to eat, not for weight loss. It's what you do every day, just living. That's what takes care of your fat loss. So you want to put yourself in a loop of calories in, calories out, calories in, calories out. But you want it to be consistent. You want it to be the same, right? So you have to do something that will give you the same results, like burning 1,000 calories. And if you don't want to spend over an hour to burn 10,000 calories, then you're going to have to get on an exercise bike or run. Running will double the time it takes for you to burn 1,000 calories. Because let's say you ran, you had your tracker on, right? If you can run 10,000 steps as opposed to walking 10,000 steps, you run the 10,000 steps, right? It'll take less time for you to burn the 1,000 calories than if you just walk the 10,000 steps. So 10,000 steps walking is slower than 10,000 steps running, right? So it's about time. So if you don't have that much time, well, I just told you some of the fastest way you can burn 1,000 calories in less time. But overall, it's still going to take more than that. It's going to take days, weeks, years for you to, burn a lot. Because one, it took a lot of years, ironically, for you to even gain a lot of weight. But then, it's obviously going to take a lot of time for you to lose the weight. But it's doable. So go out there. Calories out first. Go burn the calories, then eat the calories.